We have a problem, Batman. Gotham needs you again.
Green Goblin. Real name, Norman Osborn. CEO, genius, sociopath, monster in a mask. He's not powered by radiation or magic. He's powered by obsession. Most villains want money. Some want control. Osborn wants to win, even when no one's playing, and that makes him unstable. His mind splits in two, Norman the tycoon and Goblin the destroyer, both dangerous. But together they form a predator that hides in public, smiles in boardrooms, and throws grenades into crowds just to prove he can. His intellect rivals the best minds on Earth: engineering, chemistry, genetics. He built the Goblin serum from scratch, and then took it, knowing it could burn him alive. It enhanced his strength, speed, agility, and durability to near superhuman levels. But it shattered his mind in the process. Now, there's no clear line between who's talking, Norman or the Goblin, and both are liars. The Goblin has no shame, no fear, and no limits. He doesn't just attack, he performs. Carnage wrapped in theatrics, a smile hiding sharpened teeth. He rides a glider armed with enough firepower to raise a police department, carries pumpkin bombs, high yield, motion detecting, sometimes laced with gas, acid, or nanotech. His suit is reinforced combat armor, lightweight, fast, immune to small arms fire. He's not built for war, he's built for spectacle. He kills to send messages, and those messages are never quiet. Osborn is protected by status, money, and legacy. I can't just arrest him, but I can track him. I've planted bugs in Oscorp boardrooms, under his penthouse balcony, in the ventilation of his private labs. I monitor for emotional spikes, late-night lab access, chemical signatures tied to Goblin serum replication. Every time he has a bad day, I know. I've set up trigger protocols. If his heart rate spikes past 180 BPM while in Oscorp HQ, I'm alerted. If his voice pattern fractures into dual tone frequencies, I'm alerted. When the Goblin begins to wake up, I'm the first to know. The key to handling him is psychological pressure. Norman believes he's superior, mentally, morally, biologically. That belief shields his sanity. I will break it. I've created a false shareholder crisis, a fabricated threat to Oscorp's future, leaked to the media through shell networks, lawsuits, criminal probes, old war crimes brought to the surface, not enough to destroy him, just enough to corner him. That's when Goblin comes out. What do you think, Alfred?
He's a man used to power, sir. The moment that control slips, the monster underneath won't just appear, it'll explode. Just be sure you're not the one he explodes on first.
That's the plan. Once Goblin surfaces, I'll bait him with something irresistible. An anti-Goblin serum leaked through an anonymous source, suggesting someone's finally cracked the cure. He won't believe it, but he won't ignore it either. He'll trace the source. I'll be waiting at the end of the trail, not with brute force, with silence. No applause, no reaction, just proof that he's not in control anymore. If he attacks, I activate Protocol Harpoon. A magnetic tether locks the glider mid-flight, forcing it to crash. Simultaneously, his suit's internal circuitry will be shorted through proximity pulse emitters, calibrated to his tech's unique frequency. He'll fall, not to the ground, to reality. If that fails, I've designed flashbangs laced with aerosolized neuroinhibitors. They won't kill him, but they'll short-circuit his aggression centers. Enough to stall him, enough to strip off the mask. Containment must be psychological. I've constructed an isolated chamber where the environment subtly shifts between Oscorp boardroom and battlefield. An endless loop designed to disorient both Norman and the Goblin. Let them argue with each other. Let the mask turn on the man. If I fall, a digital archive will go live, detailing every life Osborn has ruined, every cover-up, every child, every body. His empire will collapse under the weight of his history, and if he survives the wreckage, he'll find himself truly alone. Because Norman Osborn fears one thing above all: irrelevance. Green Goblin is a clown in armor, but clowns don't die. Easy. They feed on fear, on attention, on chaos. He wants to make the world burn, not for a cause, but for a punchline. That's why I prepare. Because a joke told often enough becomes a legend. And legends, no matter how insane, can still kill end file.